Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Nekopara Volume 3. Sorry I had to take a day off. I got a little sick yesterday and needed to just take a day because it was bad. But yes, of course, we're not gonna believe Cinnamon because of, well, let's all admit she was gonna go to Hentai Haven, guys. We all knew she was gonna go to Hentai Haven. Why would we think anything otherwise? Oh, I see. Yeah? And what was it you were planning on enjoying? Oh, you lewd cat girl. You really don't break character, do you? Yep. She is always in heat, and always lewd as heck. And I was going to think of her in a new light. Well, I guess this is what the announcer meant. She is, as usual, a slightly bothered-looking cat girl. Oh, we forgot the part that she's always in heat. I was a bit late because I went to the Nekopara. Cinnamon, please! Of course, take your time. Did you use your tissues? So, what did you think? Although for once I used a kind of tea leaf we don't usually have. Maple shrugs, waving her hand dismissively. Yeah, no kidding. We're a pastry shop, aren't we? Actually, didn't know what kind of plans you had after this, so there's a place nearby I figured we could poke our heads into. There's some that's sold by this new tea shop. I leave closing the store to the others while my secretary of tea and I walk home. I steal a glance at Maple as we walk side by side. Maple seems no different from usual. Though, I can't say whether usual is downcast or just cold. She's doing her work, but I can tell she's not putting in a ton of effort. Because she's a cat girl. I remember what Cinnamon told me earlier this evening. I take another glance at Maple's face. She turns her head just enough to look at me out of the corner of her eye. Oh no, a wind's coming! Ah, I'm just kidding. There goes all my tabs again. God, they're still bouncing. Oh, no, it's nothing in particular, just my attempt to lie gets caught in my throat midway. Now I'm not sure what to say. I look away from Maple, who seems upset, and turn my gaze towards the night sky. My bad. Yeah, right. That's right. Don't ask me, I don't know. Nah, it's just because I'm not that great at catching small details. I wonder if I can just ask it straight. She stares at me, head cocked suspiciously. I turn my head towards her and meet her gaze. You know that video from when you were a kitten? When you wanted to be a singer? Why was that? Shadowy runs a hand through her hair and lets out an exaggerated sigh. Maple has probably guessed what I really wanted to ask about now. I don't think that's what we were asking. What kind of person do you take me for? I was not expecting that. I still can't get over that insult. God. Horny pastry buffer. Alright, you get a head pass for that one. That's just a harem, it's nothing. Well, she's not wrong though, so I should just shut up. I'm not making her work overtime because I want to start a love affair, although. Still, she's got enough common sense to know with four companions, I'm not really convincing anyone. I turn my gaze away from Maple and look up at the night sky. She glances at me with mischievous eyes and a wry smile. Is she the one who's unhappy? I hear her grunt before looking up at the sky with me. Kittenhood dream, cause childhood, I get it, clever. Her tone is wistful. Her answer is blunt and unaffected. But you still think about it now, don't you? Her expression stiffens, but she quickly relaxes, and when she speaks again, it's in that same aloof tone. I think it's pretty obvious we know. She still secretly wants it. We all know it. Out of context, that sounds fantastic. We all know she secretly wants it, guys. I mean, heck, Sennen was wanting to go to Hentai Haven on our computer. We all know what's gonna happen. No, it's not. Maple. The comments on all the videos said something similar. Because she's a cat girl. I could see that one word weighing down on Maple. But everything she said just now seems so hollow. Not sure if she believes it herself. If that's true, then how did you get so good at singing? I stopped in my tracks and hurled a question at her. She turns to me. Seeing her eyes widening, I continue without hesitation. There's no way you can get that good without practicing. Oh, I think we might be hitting a nerve here. Her brow furrows with unease, and she casts her gaze downward. The casual air that has surrounded her when we were side by side is nowhere to be found. At the bottom of my field of vision, I notice her wringing her pale, slender hands. I take a step towards her and pat her slumped head. The people who eat my cakes, I'm always so happy to see their smiles. She raises her head. What you asked me before. That's why I wanted to become a pastier. I think that's how you say that word, right? Talking about myself is a little embarrassing. A reluctant smile drifts onto my face as I continue. Ever since I was little, my dad told me I would be studying to make Japanese sweets. I never considered that I had any other choice. So, I did as he said and studied how to make Japanese sweets. She doesn't say anything else. Maple stares right at me, waiting for me to continue. Since my family had some ancient traditions, my upbringing was pretty strict. Playing with friends, club activities, hobbies. I had to forego all of them for the sake of studying the family trade. Well, not that I regret all that. Even after all this time, I still don't. I can't make the bitter smile on my face go away. Maple's eyes are as wide and bright as the moon at this point, but I keep going. But one day, I went to a pastier by myself. I don't think I'm saying that word right. I feel like I'm not. Pastier, I don't know. Pastry, let's just say that. Everyone there looked so happy eating their cake. Everyone. Even those who might be austere or sad otherwise. I don't know why that word threw me off so badly. Every single customer had a smile on his or her face. I do it because other people like it. That's kind of how I do my channel. I also like it too, so it's fun. And I give voice to even the parts that I had locked away in my heart. Before I was completely focused on my family's trade and saw nothing else. Then, someone asked me, "Why is it that you're making these sweets?" Back then I really didn't know what I had been doing up until that point. I struggled with it, but I decided that I wanted to be like that person. I wanted to make something that could put a smile on anyone's face when they ate it. Enough that I was willing to give up all that I had worked so hard and so long for. Maple's expression hardens, and I watch her ears turn towards me to take in every word. So I give voice to every last sentiment. My dad, as well as others around me, said many harsh things to me, but I knew I had to be true to myself. I decided to turn towards my own dream, no matter what those around me thought. I caused a lot of trouble for Shigure and our mom, and I did some incredibly dumb things. Maybe there could have been a brighter future for me, somewhere along that line, but right now, I'm happy. This time, my smile isn't bitter or reluctant. The smile I show Maple is one that reflects my true feelings. But before I know it, Maple's fingers, which she had clasped together so tightly, had loosened up. Oi! Still, if I thought my dream was stupid, I wouldn't have followed it. We each let out a little chuckle. I put my hand on Maple's head one more time. You know what? Let's do it. There you go. That's why I plan to listen to what others have to say. That's why I couldn't just leave you alone, Maple. I'm still dumb, because I did dumb things. Her smile is completely devoid of all the mischievousness I saw earlier. With renewed vigor, she straightens up, standing up to her full height. I said it before, we're like family, aren't we? Pretty sure that's something he could have said too. I couldn't stop if I wanted to. Everything that just happened seemed like it took place in a dream. Maple laughed, sounding more relaxed than usual. Maple sounds like she's trying to convince herself of that. Whoops. I nod in her agreement. Not in her agreement. Ugh. She raises her head and replies with a small nod of her own. I'm not a crafty guy. Yeah, I think we all know that. Leave me alone. I am a simple man. I just require some companions. I have a harem, you see. 4 lovely cat girls are in my harem. As you have said, I am a simple guy and I require more. Why did I just go with that voice? What's that voice for? Huh? Cinnamon? Maple turns and I follow her gaze. Oh. Busted! She got busted. Caught her red-handed or cat-handed. I don't know. Red pawed? I don't know where I was going with that. She's so sad here. Cinnamon reluctantly drags herself out from hiding. Cinnamon, were you following us the whole time? Of course. Yes, of course. It's called we're out in public. I don't think that'd be a good idea to do. Maple tenderly pats Cinnamon's head. They did a good job making the characters kind of respond with each other. Excuse me, guys. Still a little sick. Sorry about that. She smiles awkwardly. Nonetheless, she's direct with thanking Cinnamon. They're so happy. Look how happy they both are right now. Screw it. They're gonna look. Are they gonna open their eyes? They gotta break their. Nope. They just return to states. I definitely do like how different the. My God. Stop crying. I don't like it. I like that face better. And then she returns back to that one. I like the character dynamics between these two. It's a lot different than Coconut and Aski, obviously. And I think we've mentioned that as like I think Kasho mentioned that earlier in the previous episode. It is something definitely different, and I actually am liking it because it definitely makes them stand out more. Cinnamon starts to sob uncontrollably. Maple pulls her into a hug, comforting her. Their relationship is so sweet. Without an ounce of hesitation, I smile at the two cat girls and pet both of them. I already did that. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Mabel's face lights up with a smile as she nods to me. I pat both of their backs. Now, how about we head home? Oh. Someone get a tissue. Oh wait, she used them all. Dang it, Cinnamon, don't use all the tissues. Wait, where'd you get the tissue? Stop crying, please. She's so upset. Feels like we've all gotten a little closer to each other. Side by side, the three of us head home, to where the others are waiting for us. Oof, that was a bit of a deep moment. Not too deep, but pretty good. So unfortunately, that'll be the end of this episode, guys. I hope you guys are continuing to enjoy this series as much as I am. Again, apologies for being a little sick in this episode. Hopefully it should be gone by the next time. And until then, I will see you guys in the next episode or stream that I do. See you guys later.